Hello everyone, it's the Donut. Today we'll be having a small commentary over some of my first Call of Duty Modern Warfare open beta match. Now I'm playing the new realism mode using the normal classes given at the beginning of the game. I am playing on an Xbox One, and to start off with, I haven't been this excited in a Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, and after playing the beta, I'm really excited to play the new Modern Warfare. My first quick thoughts are that the graphics were crisp, clean, the guns felt just right and balanced, the movement was slow and deliberate and helped pace the matches, unlike the games such as Apex Legends, Borderlands, and even the older Call of Duties like Black Ops 3 and 4. The movement was a lot slower, and it was honestly a very nice change of pace. There's even a slide function I didn't notice till a couple matches later, which is just silly of me. The starting classes were very balanced, and they felt, individual and different. Couple quick complaints that I have and have also seen going around since the beta started, and I'm going to go into small quick details about. They're the camping, the spawns, the occasional crashes for Xbox as far as I know, and people being unable to find matches, and the occasional people clipping through the map. So I'm only going to address a couple of these. Now for me, I'd like to address mainly the spawns and the camping. Through my first couple of matches, I noticed that the spawns were really wonky, and depending on the flow of the match, it can really mess you up. There was a couple times where I spawned behind the enemy or just vice versa. It's not fun having an enemy spawn on top or behind you, and in dying that way just feels really cheated. I had multiple instances in both game modes, realism and the ground warrior mode, that were available during the beta, where I would spawn and just be swarmed or surrounded by the enemy, only for them to just rotate to the other side of the map and catch me at that next spawn, or I'd spawn right back on top of them. Now stuff like this isn't new to Call of Duty, and usually, in my opinion, just happens on smaller maps. But this should not be happening on some of the mid-sized maps that were available during the beta. Now onto the camping. It has been happening in every Call of Duty since the beginning. No one should be a stranger to someone chilling on a balcony window, sniping you every time you take the same corner, or the guy with the M4A1 in the corner of the room just shooting you down when you walk in. However, this game came with an issue that can be very frustrating. For some players, due to the wonky spawns and the distance you're allowed to spawn near an enemy, you can be killed from spawn in the same locations. This leads to a camper just chilling on a window balcony, and instead of waiting for you to walk around the corner this time, they're just shooting you down at spawn. I feel like this is a valid complaint. No one should have this happen to them. You shouldn't be spawning in and just dying instantly because there's a guy peeking spawn. Luckily the dev team did state, at least from what I saw on Reddit, that they'll be taking a closer look at spawns before the full game launches. For people who are complaining about the usual campers in your Call of Duty lobby, well, that shouldn't be new. It's pretty common for everyone to camp. Well, not for everyone, but pretty common around for people to be camping in Call of Duty. It's a staple of the series. So, as far as the other complaints, I didn't have anyone clip through a wall for me, and I had no trouble finding matches. And the game only crashed once, for me, at least on console. And now that that's out of the way, let's talk about what I really loved. The gameplay was new, and yet it felt nostalgic. It was, a very fresh breath of air in Call of Duty. Bringing the Modern Warfare series back and keeping it to what we love was brilliant. No jet boosters, no bionic abilities, no crate weapons breaking the game. It was just fresh, arcade twitch shooty Call of Duty, and I loved every second of that. My first match showed me how rusty I am. I haven't tried to play Call of Duty in a while, and after that first match I really wanted to improve. The realism mode was a little weird at first, but it ended up being really fun and engaging. I usually like to play hardcore, so just playing through realism just felt normal, and it also felt really hard, and I think that was the point. The other game mode, Ground War, that was super fun and action-packed, and I believe that was the point of that game mode. Yeah, it had its issues, but nothing that honestly can't be overlooked. You know, it was total chaos from when I played, and I loved that. The beta map wasn't huge. It was big, but it wasn't, you know, as big as I would say some of the Battlefield maps. But so for Battlefield players, I would say that it's a little different. They're a lot smaller, but it's Call of Duty, so I wouldn't say expect, you know, all-out war, like huge maps. Putting the capture points in the game mode in a Call of Duty game mode like that was interesting. I can tell that they're trying to bring in the Battlefield audience, and while it's still Call of Duty, it didn't feel like a rip-off completely. There could be a couple tweaks here and there, but nothing serious. There was, from when I was playing, people sniping from all directions, players spawning left and right and above. There was grenades, kill feeds, explosions, bullets flying all around, and that was awesome. The sound design for the game was brilliant, and I loved hearing just the bullets ricochet from like every direction during the big fights. The explosions were loud, the helicopter, you know, I could hear it above, and that was super fun. And then, you know, while it wasn't realistic like Battlefield, Call of Duty made it feel, you know, new, and it still felt like Call of Duty. I sniped for a couple matches because I wanted to try it out, and that's usually the fun part about Call of Duty, just, you know, the crazy sniping. And it was just fun. I took it slow for a couple minutes, you know, got some vantage points, sniped a couple people, and it was always fun just having snipe battles, or, you know, knocking down a team that's trying to like take a point. And unlike Battlefield, where there's insane bullet drop, there wasn't that crazy of a bullet drop in this game, and maybe that needs to get addressed a little bit more, you know, add a little bit more of a drop. But as far as the map size and the amount of bullet drop that we had, I don't know how else to say it. It felt Call of Duty. It wasn't a huge drop off, and it, you know, allowed you to snipe from distances, and I think that's more for the casual audience. Call of Duty always tries to tend to a little bit more of the casual audience, and it was a good thing. I feel like this game is just gonna be super fun, and I'm really excited for it. Just to finish things up, the Call of Duty beta to me was a complete success. I had a great time playing, and, you know, while there was a couple of issues, there's nothing that can't be overlooked. Infinity Ward is clearly trying to win everyone back, and, you know, revive the Call of Duty series with that boost that it really needs. And I think that's great. We should support, at least so far from the beta. Wait till the full release, but I feel like they do deserve a little bit of support here. So I'm just gonna let the gameplay roll in the back now. Enjoy the gameplay, guys. Comment, like, subscribe, and please support the channel by sharing. And it's your casual gamer, the Killer Donut, signing off.
Take cover. We have taken the lead. Reloading. We have taken control. Reloading. UAV is ready for flyover. Fight is won. Earn your victory. One minute remaining. We have lost the lead. Abort